today we're doing not a long-awaited what if. What if that was very viewed in was it had a lot of views. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. It had a lot of views and people liked it a lot. So yeah. So I left off like Naruto gaining, well, Hinata and Karin like getting some what we call it, getting the 100 healings. And when the intro comes around, I'll just go from there. Actually, I'm gonna go. Alright, let's go. Let's get into that intro, buddy. What if Naruto, like, he's drowsy, and it looks like he has been up for more than 3 days at a time. Naruto then finally walked back, and someone caught him. It was Hinata. Her long, dark, bluish hair on Naruto's face. Hinata placed Naruto on the ground while Naruto's head was on her lap. Karin walked in and asked what happened to Naruto. Hinata then told Naruto to tell Karin that he passed out. But Karin and Hinata then saw 2 intricate seals was on the table. And they looked like they were finished, and they smelled, because they knew exactly what those seals was. Naruto always had a problem. He didn't want to carry a gourd on his back like most sign wielders do. He didn't want that to happen. He wanted to be the most agile as possible, so he can still use his iron sand, but also can still be mobile while using his iron sand. Not have to be all over the place. So Naruto left, and after a while Naruto waked up, and the girls asked him if he finished it. Naruto told him yes, and then placed the 2 tags on both of his arms. And then they synced into his body, and the seals that were on the paper. So yeah, his muscles started to hurt, and he started to bawl. But he finally stopped bawling and realized how his body changed. His muscles on his body became more defined, and you could see it more. He realized that his body was lighter and his body was stronger. He realized that his sight, his smell, his hearing, and other attributes became more sharper and heightened. Naruto got up. Well, no, he went straight about to sleep. That would cause too much strain on the body for him to be up for too long. So then the next day appeared. Naruto did his daily routine, and he kept on doing that for a couple of years until he was 13, and that is the time where the gaining exams come through. Then we skip to that day. Naruto, Karin and Hinata came into the classroom. Ruka told them that today was exams day. Ruka then told them that the student that was here, that the person that was occupying the number 1 spot in class, which Sasuke, when hearing this, got a little angry, because if you didn't know, Naruto wasn't going to school, but he was still doing the work and still doing the physical attributes that Ruka told him. So he was at the top of the class at the time because of his strength, speed, and agility. No strength he was at the time, so he was also smart, so that also added up onto it. So when Sasuke heard that, he scolded, because he knew this person was above him, but he never actually saw the person ever before. Then everyone went out to the field to do their tests. So then Garuka called Naruto's name for him to go up to do the test. And when he called it again, because Naruto wasn't there. Well, then they felt a slight breeze in the air, and things started to move. Then they looked up in the air and they saw Naruto with a black kimono with a red rope tied around his waist, with black arm style pants, with black shinobi shoes, with a wristband, with the Uzumaki sign on it, and also the Uzumaki sign on the back of his kimono. He then flew down to them and landed into the milk arena. The girls were astonished about how angelic this person looked. He was like an angel coming down from Earth, but with black wings. So, well, no, that would be a fallen angel, but So Naruto then landed on the field. He then called Sasuke's name, and Sasuke came up. Sasuke then told Naruto that he was going to take the #1 spot from him. Naruto then said, "Oh, I had that." Because Naruto really and truly didn't know what that was. Not what it was. He didn't know that he had it at the time because, like I said, he never came to school. He only did his work from home and other stuff. Sasuke then scoffed and got a little angry and then was towards Naruto. Naruto didn't even move. The iron sand protected him every blow that Sasuke tried to hit. Naruto finally got bored and he grabbed Sasuke with the iron sand and pulled him onto the ground. He then made the iron sand sandball to come to Sasuke's neck, and Sasuke had to forfeit the match because he lost. Naruto kept his spot as #1 and kept his spot as Rookie of the Year. So Naruto then left and he did what he was supposed to. Then, after the whole thing, Mizuki tried to trick Naruto, but Naruto ended putting him in an iron sand coffin and crushing him until he died. Then, a few days after that, it was team assignments, and Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura was put on the team. Sakura didn't like Naruto, not because that he was annoying or anything, because she never met the guy. It was that Naruto beat Sasuke kid. Then Kakashi entered the room. This is the time skip, by the way. Then Kakashi entered the room. He then dressed himself and told everyone to get on the roof. Naruto did a bust into iron sand coast and met back up and was by the on the roof. He was on the roof. He then Kakashi, Sasuke, and Sakura followed soon after, but Kakashi coming first before all the rest of them. Kakashi was also shocked to see Naruto got up there before him, but he didn't really pay any notice to it. Sasuke and Sakura came up a little after that. They then told him their goals and their aspirations in life. Sakura and Sasuke was the same, but Naruto wasn't. Yes, Naruto wanted to become Hokage, and that was a given. But he also wanted to do something else. He wanted to kill the person that killed his family, which would be Obito, if you paid any attention. So that was his life goal. He wouldn't be driven like how Sasuke is. He wants to do it, but he wants to do it the most slowest way he could. So the person would know that he's coming for him, and they would be waiting for the point. And they would be dreading the point where they tried to kill his parents. Well, he did kill his parents. So then they all went home, and then soon after came to the exam. Kakashi didn't explain what the ball test was, and also after Kakashi said what the ball test was, Naruto then did some hand signs and placed all two of his hands to the ground. A wave of air looked like it came from Naruto's hand. And then when Sasuke and Sakura asked what it was, Naruto told them to don't worry about it. And all of them left. Sasuke and Sakura did what they did in canon and didn't work together. When Naruto saw that, he told himself to never actually be like them. And he then jumped into the middle. Naruto didn't even get into any position to fight. He just raised his hand and a bunch of sand came from the ground, but it looked like it came out of the ground. It didn't like force it way up. It just like appeared off of the ground. Kakashi had to dodge, did a full backflips and dodged. The sun, unknown to him, a sand reached up and got the bells, but he didn't know this. Then Naruto did one more handstand, a snake handstand, and ironically, an iron sand snake with yellow eyes, with yellow lightning surrounding the snake, came out and bit on Kakashi. The snake actually has poison in its fangs, but it wasn't a real snake. It was Iron Sand snake. Naruto also had Iron Sand poison, but he doesn't really use it much because it won't instant kill. Until a few days, he realized that he could have put the paralyzing poison in it, so he could use it no matter how much it was. Team 7 ended up winning, and everyone was happy, I guess. Sasuke was still mad that Naruto was better than him because Sasuke had inferiority complex. But Naruto didn't really care, and now he did care for his team. He would work for them, yes, but care for them, that was something he couldn't do. They then went on to do many missions like catching Tora, or the cat. But oddly enough, Korra actually came to Naruto instead of running away from him. Naruto then handed Korra to the feudalized white, I think it was. I don't know, I can't remember. So everything up to that happened to Kenny, even the Thousand mission. But in the Thousand mission, Naruto actually covered the demon brother with iron sand, or an iron sand cocoon. I said exploding sand, disintegrating while exploding him in the cocoon. You see, Naruto's explosion actually happened inside, so you can decide where the explosion will come from. So the explosion came from inside the bubble. The cocoon just didn't explode. Everyone was shocked because Naruto just took a life without even blinking an eye at it. Except Kakashi, he saw more than that a few times. But he was shocked with how Naruto exploded the person inside of the cocoon. Naruto didn't really care what his peers taught of him, so he didn't really bother himself to check on them, and they still end up going to the prison. Unknowingly, Naruto actually picked up the other demon brother. He was gonna count for some bounty, but he's not gonna do that anyways. He might not do it anyways. So unknown to them, he grabbed the other demon brother and left. Then it came up to the Zabuza encounter. When he met Zabuza, Naruto instantly shot out his iron sand instantly rushed towards Zabuza. In a blink of an eye, Naruto was right in front of Zabuza, and then he touched Zabuza's sword. Then the sword started to turn into iron sand, and Zabuza was shook. Naruto then threw the body of the other demon brother towards Zabuza, and Zabuza sicked the sword into the other demon brother. Then it showed that Zabuza was actually that the sword of Zabuza grew back. Then the team asked him why he gave him the body so he could regenerate his sword. Naruto then explained that he just wanted the sword's ability. Naruto then explained that he can now have infinite sand, as much as it depends on how much blood he absorbs from the person, how much sand it would recreate. So then Zabuza realized that all Naruto wanted was to get the properties of his sword, and didn't really care because he thought he was gonna kill the person anyways. Then when Zabuza tried again in the middle and tried to hit Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi, Naruto blocked with his iron sand and wrapped Zabuza around it. Then Naruto said iron sand crush and iron sand coffin, and the iron sand on Zabuza's leg exploded. Then Haku, when seeing this, jumped from the spot that he was and took Zabuza away. They then went back to Tarzan's house, and everything from there happened to canon, except Naruto actually killed a lot of animals in the forest, so he could actually grow his sand and also provide food for the other villagers. Naruto then left, and And Naruto didn't need to do the true exercise, so he didn't do it. Then the second Sasuke card. In this time, I'm going with Haku, a better medical power, and he healed Sasuke's life. Naruto didn't fully crush it to the point where it's unfixable. Like Gaara did to Lee. It's fixable, but it takes a very long time to actually do it. But Dabuza still ends up doing his thing. But it didn't really matter because the same thing that happened in Canon happened here, except Naruto using the Kiba chakra. He didn't really need to. He just did what he did before and just started to beat Haku with his iron sand. And everything happens in Canon. Naruto buried the sword of Dabuza because Naruto and Haku started a conversation. Naruto wouldn't bound himself by emotional feelings, so he would be able to kill Haku without any thought of it in his mind. But he did absorb Haku's blood, which also gave Naruto the property of Haku's Kekkei Genkai. Naruto didn't understand why it happened. It was just anomaly in his Kekkei Genkai. His eyes started to freeze up. Naruto realized that he could cause when such sand was placed on the person, the sand could actually give this person hypothermia or frostbite. Naruto was very pleased by this and actually thanks Haku's grave for giving him this special gift. They then went back to the Hidden Leaf and they were then told about the training exams, where everything happened off counting after that. Naruto would actually still be training Konohamaru. So when Kankuro tried to pick up Konohamaru did some handsets and almost burnt Kankuro's face off. So Kankuro then dropped the kid and Konohamaru ran away to Naruto. But yeah. So after that, the Force of Death happened. Everything went up to Canon except the Force of Death. This time, Naruto actually made Orochimaru run off instead of fighting Sasuke. But when Naruto turned his back, Sasuke still got bitten. Naruto then did all his shenanigans and met up with all of them. Naruto then went off and do the preliminaries. Naruto then ended up facing Kiba, and everything happened. And Naruto beat Kiba easily, but he didn't use his iron sand. He coated his fist in iron sand, giving his fist a black-like exterior, making it look like his arms was black, but it wasn't. It was just iron sand. So when Naruto punched Kiba knocked out instantly. Naruto didn't want to show anybody his iron sand because he wanted to save that for a special person. And I think you guess who that was. Every fight from there happened to Kanye except Naruto and Hinata and Neji's. Actually, what even happened? Naruto would just face a random grass ninja and she would win, and Neji would do the same. But what surprised Neji was that Hinata didn't even bat an eye at this person. Hinata just blurred out the sight, and next thing you knew, Hinata was right in front of the grass shinobi and Juken struck him, and he was down to the floor. Naruto still went off to train with Jiraiya, and everything from there happened to Canon. So Kakashi still trained Sasuke, and everything like that happened.
Note, Karin still fought, but she fought a grass ninja instead. Just note that.
To Canon. Then it came to Konoha Crush. Hinata and Neji's fight would happen, and Hinata would be the victor of the fight, doing the 345 pounds to Neji. Not trying to kill him, because if she did, she would kill Neji. Sasuke went to this fight with, I'm gonna say Lee passed. Let's say Gaara did the other, and Lee defeated Sasuke, which Sasuke was pretty mad at. And then it came to Naruto and Gaara, or female Gaara's fight. Naruto didn't come on time, just like Sasuke, but he still came. When Naruto appeared, a iron sand tornado started to spread the world. That appeared in the middle of the battlefield. This Kazekage, well, Orochimaru, the Kazekage, the Sand siblings, and Gaara was especially shocked because that was iron sand, and she can only remember one person in her life that she ever seen with iron sand except the fifth Kazekage. No, the fourth Kazekage. I think it was the fourth or the third. I don't know. I can't remember. I didn't really pay attention to it. Anyways, and then she saw. She didn't realize him at first because he had red hair instead of yellow. You saw that was Naruto, the person that inspired, well, not inspired her, because she still went on the path she did, but was the first person that acknowledged her as a person. Naruto then said, "You miss me, Gaara?" And Gaara, a single tear fell from Gaara's eyes, but she then hardened her face and put her same emotionless face. Her siblings were the most shocked with this because just by not seeing Naruto's face made her cry. Well, they didn't understand what was happening. Naruto then told her to bring everything she had because this time they would be fighting, not just talking. Gaara then prepared her sand. When Naruto then did her answers, put his hand to the ground, and the same juice that he used happened for her. So when Gaara tried to throw golden dust and her sand mixed together, because Gaara actually has that though. To her surprise, a perfect defense came up to protect Naruto. She thought that she was the only person that had that, but didn't really care. She then started to profusely try to hit Naruto with his iron sand, but it didn't work. Naruto then decided to actually start playing with her and shoot some iron sand bullets, which Gaara also pelted at Naruto. They then went off this for a few hours. Naruto then walked her into sand, and she then burst into Chicago. Naruto then burst into Kurama. They were going all low at this point. Everyone was shocked and scared, and the Kazekage then tried to kill the third Kage. And everything from there happened. But when Naruto defeated Gaara, they were outside the village at the time, so he leaned against the tree and picked Gaara. Hinata and Gaara was also with him. Naruto then told Gaara that he missed her, and Gaara blushed, and Naruto then kissed Gaara, and Gaara kissed Naruto on the cheeks. And everything from there happened in canon. Now, Naruto, after the Konoha crush, Naruto then did some training with Gaara. He then fixed Gaara's seal on her forehead. You see, Gaara's shield is on her forehead this time. Naruto faced the shield that was on Gaara's forehead and realized that Shikaku wasn't really crazy. He was just trapped in such a space that it made him angry, and tried to manipulate Gaara to fix the seal, but Gaara didn't know how to, so yeah. So Gaara then was training to be a perfect Jinchuriki. When she got into her perfect QB form, one Shikaku's tail grew out her back, and purple markings came on her body, much like Shikaku's. And her eyes turned into a star. Her pupil turned into a star with 4 dots surrounding the star, and her eyes were yellow. This is her perfect Jinchuriki form, or this is what happened when she became perfect Jinchuriki. Gaara and Naruto then had a spar. Naruto went to his perfect Jinchuriki state, but then he told Gaara that he couldn't be in this for too long because the strain on his body is really heavily induced. They then went on to fight for a while. Naruto obviously winning, being in his KSM 1. He's also obviously beating Gaara, but Naruto still had a good fight here and there. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this short, because I want to get into the Gaara to the Snotty arc later. I don't want to do it now. And that's what it was supposed to be. 28 minutes. The video was supposed to be 28 minutes. 28 minutes, 5 seconds, and quadruple second, 620 seconds. Damn, I don't think I said that right. Anyways, but that's the end of the video, guys. Hope you had a good day.